Facebook. Hello, it's your girl, Linda Marcus Smith here. We are live and we're having fun like you wouldn't believe. Now, this show, Comic Spot, was created so that you could get to know comedians and so that you'd know who to go see. That's the whole point. Today, we have an amazing comedian. I'm not ready to introduce him yet, but he's over there in that other square, if you know what I mean. Not bad on the eyes. Yeah, and he's a nice guy too. But just 1 minute for that. I have a paid sponsor. So, you know the drill. I have to say an announcement about my paid sponsor. Yes, and I'm proud to tell you that ahabroadway.org is amazing in New York City. They train children, seniors, and military vets. I'm 2 out of 3. Finally, I've arrived. And they will help you up your comedy game. If you're learning comedy for the first time or you want to get better at it, there's nobody better to train you than ahabroadway.org. Chris Murphy does an awesome job, and many of his graduates, like me, have gone on to actually get on shows. So for now, that is my sponsor. And now I get to get into today's episode, which is Amazeballs. You get to meet and fall in love with an amazing gentleman who I've gotten to know and be on shows with. And I'm stalling for time because I'm holding up the old lady card again. One little second here. You know, I set everything up so that I'll have it when I need it. And then somehow the universe takes it away from me. What's that about? I'm going to read you his bio that's on his website. Our guest today is the esteemed and wonderfully funny Gerry Hodges. So Gerry Hodges Comedy is his website, and you can go there and read all about him. And it's my pleasure to have him as guest today on Comic Spot. And this is the intro off his website page. Gerry Hodges is a veteran comedic talent and producer based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. He started his comedy career in Halifax, Nova Scotia with the Comedy Dogs, created by fellow veteran comic Paul Ash. Since 2005, then he has been entertaining all over Canada. He uses his mix of tongue-in-cheek style and quirkiness to entertain crowds. He has opened and worked alongside with comedic talents such as Jim Leahy, Dylan Reimer, Wafiq Nasrallah, Sean Majumder. My goodness sakes, I'm using every consonant in the alphabet. Nathan McIntosh of The Tonight Show, The Late Show, Colbert, Conan, and Doug Stanhope. Yeah, he's worked alongside Doug Stanhope. And you know who that is, The Man Show and Just for Laughs. From February 2013 to June 2014, Gerry was in the Guinness World Records for a group event in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The event was to raise money for Mental Health Canada. Wow. Gerry has been a referee for professional wrestling promotions in Canada from 2003 to 2018. He has worked with wrestlers such as Bushwhacker Luke of the Bushwhackers, Leaping Lanny Poffo, brother of Macho Man Randy Savage. Okay, now we're talking. Pierre Carl Oulet, Quebecer Pierre, Jake the Snake Roberts, and Cold Scorpio of the ECW, WCW, WWF/E as Flash Funk. Holy Toledo, this is an intro I need months to prepare for. This was amazing. Oh my gosh, he's so well-rounded. He's done it all. Let's welcome him to the stage right now, Gerry Hodges. Hi, Gerry, welcome.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, so you're in Canada right now.
Yeah, born and raised Canadian.
What's it like going through a pandemic in Canada?
It did get a little bit depressing when they shut everything down in Ottawa. But to be frank, around that time, that's kind of how pretty much how I felt throughout my life. I kind of know what it's like to be alone. I know what it's like to not have a lot of people around you.
Yes.
Because it was always, stay 6 feet away from, keep 6 feet away to stop the spread. Keep 6 feet away, right? That's kind of like everyone that I ever went to school with. Stay 6 feet away from me. You're ugly. You're rude. Anyway, that was just my mom last week. Yeah. But yeah, with like I just got my second COVID shot. But the good thing about that is I was able to get free money for doing absolutely nothing during the pandemic. Yeah, I was working, but yeah, I got canned from a job. But the good thing with that is I know, like I went to college for business, right? For a year while I was doing comedy. And I had to learn about human resources. So thanks to some technicalities, I was able to get my EI.
Your what?
My EI. Well, well, in the States, you just call it unemployment. We call it employment insurance. So
Got
EI,
it.
employment insurance.
That's good. So that helped you get through the pandemic, right?
Yeah, that and my car getting totaled, I got paid out for it. So.
Oh, wow. And then how did you get around with your car being totaled?
I took the bus. Everything that I need right now is just within bus range or walking range. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, out there! I'm keeping my carbon footprint low.
Well, I would like to talk to you a little bit. We've got about 15 minutes max here. So we got to kind of go through this at a clip.
Right.
But I would like to talk to you about who you were as a little child and when did funny come in your life and who encouraged you to go after it and when?
Okay. Well, I was born in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I had to, and when I was 2, I moved to a little place called Cole Harbor. But of course, my parents had to come with me because, I'm fucking 2 years old. So, yeah, I'm not sure if you're a hockey fan or not, but I grew up in the same town as Sidney Crosby. You might know him, one of the biggest hockey stars right now. I grew up there, graduated high school at 18. I don't remember a lot about high school except, most of my friends were like in the rejects, the goth crowd, kind of the nerdy crowd. I was picked on, we were all picked on. How did I know about funny? I always loved laughing. Ever since I was a kid, I always loved to laugh. I love watching sitcoms. And cartoons. I still watch them to this day. When in junior high, I do remember this when my dad got cable or when family got cable. There was this game show that they rebooted in the 90s called Make Me Laugh. And I liked that game show, even though it was corny, even though it was small, I love that. And a lot of the comics that were on that show are big time comics today. There's Gabriel Iglesias, Pablo Francisco, Kathy Ladman, Wendy Liebman, Dr. Katz was on that show. Who else was on there? Bruce Baum was on there. Geechee Guy, Alonzo Bowden, Tracy Smith. The list goes on and on. The list just goes on. And I love watching that show. I always rushed home just to watch that show. And then they had clips of the Just for Laughs festival, and I just realized, that's something I want to do. I want to make people laugh, right? That's what I love. I love, yeah.
So when did people come along in your life and tell you got what it takes?
That didn't actually come up until somewhere around, I think, 5-7 years when I was doing stand-up. I didn't really know at that time what I was all about. A lot of comedy comes from real life, and at that point, I'm just like, okay, there's a lot I don't remember about me being as a kid. I just decided, like, most recently, I've been doing this probably since I was, I think it was 22, 23 years old, something along those lines. But then I'm just like, as an adult, I'm just like, you know what? I got to talk about my life. I got to talk about my real life, my family, my friends. I'd like to talk about my dating, but weirdly enough, I don't know if you consider it ironic, because I have a hard time trying to stimulate or trying to figure out what is ironic and what isn't. A lot of my material for my set has to do with dating, how it's
Wow.
a lack or a lack of dating life.
Oh my
Not so
God.
much, yeah, even before the pandemic, but yeah.
So are you like Taylor Swift when somebody breaks up with you or you break up with someone, you do jokes about them, or do you do jokes while you're dating them?
I would like to tell jokes about me dating them if they actually showed up to our date. Uh, yeah, there's a joke I have. You know the difference between the Ottawa Senators and my dates on Tinder? When I go see the Senators, they show up.
They flip flop less.
Yeah. Well, they flip flop on the ice more. But I'm not a I'm not a Senators fan. I'm a Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
You're a bit of a what?
Pittsburgh Penguins fan.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Because
Yeah.
in Canada we do somewhat take hockey seriously. So.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm here in Vegas and we've got the Golden Knights that have been taking the city by storm. So,
Oh yeah. But you also got the Raiders. So
yes, yes. The
that is,
Oakland, the Los Angeles, and now the Vegas Raiders.
yeah, you've got two pro sports teams. How Quebec City has almost none. No, I say that because there was a team called the Quebec Nordique, but now they're known as the Colorado Avalanche. They moved, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was a
I've
long
heard
time
of,
ago.
we've all heard of the Colorado Avalanche. We wouldn't even have hockey if it wasn't for Canada.
Yeah, because you got what was it? You got Colorado, who came from Quebec. Phoenix has the Coyotes, who were originally the Winnipeg Jets. But we took, but to be fair, we did take two teams from you, both from Atlanta. There were the Atlanta Flames. Guess where they play now? And we have the new Winnipeg Jets, who were from Atlanta. They tried the second time, but yeah.
Well, talk to me about your illustrious career in the next 7-8 minutes and tell me everything you've accomplished that are the highlights.
Okay. Well, I started at a place called Ginger's Tavern. Did my first couple years there in Halifax. Spent a lot of time at Halifax Yuck Yucks. I've been not getting the time I was looking for. So I decided at one point I'm just going to make my own time. So I'm trying to think. I think it was 2008, 2007, 2008. I decided to run a show out of Gus's Pub in Halifax. Did shows there. Was able to get comics looking for stage time, the stage time they were looking for. It started off as a bi-weekly show, and then thanks to a local newspaper printing about us, we were able to do it weekly.
Wow.
So that went on for about 3 years. Then for a time it was just Halifax Yuck Yucks. That's all there was. And I figured to myself, you know what? I'm not getting the stage time I want. I'm out of here. So I moved to Ottawa back in 2015. And that city has two clubs, so I'm able to get time. And I'm still I've been trying to find everything I can to get as much stage time, not only for myself but for comics looking for work, kind of like a launching pad, if you will. As mentioned before, I have opened up for Doug Stanhope. That was again back in Halifax. I got contacted by a guy, Rob Malo, I think that's his name. They said that Doug was going to be in town. He's looking for a venue. Unfortunately, the bar wasn't to capacity, but also good at that time, Halifax had a second comedy club. So that comedy club jumped on that opportunity, but they were looking at me. They said, "Hey, you know what? You're helping us out. We'll give you a spot." He had two shows that night. I was on the late show. So I actually met Doug Stanhope. I got to meet the man. I don't have pictures, but I told him that there's one joke I will always remember by him. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to disrespect his craft. But I was able to meet one of the biggest names in stand-up comedy ever just by doing this. But moving to Ottawa, there's a lot more opportunities there. So I might want to move up from there. I might even think about actually upping over to Toronto at one point, because they have a big comedy scene, especially with COVID going on. So Got
Yeah.
vaccinated, so as long as I got my mask, I'm all good. But yeah,
You are vaccinated?
completely. Yeah.
That's good. I'm allergic to the shots, so I can't be.
Uh,
I'm not afraid of the shots at all. I would die. And people say,
uh,
well, you'll die from COVID. Well, screw you. I'm not going to die from the shots. Get away from me. So talk to me about the mental health thing that got you in the Guinness Book of World Records.
okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, I know what it's like to be alone, pretty much, like at school, even as an adult. And well, with this, it's called Bell. That's the telecommunication company we have up there, or one of them. They had an event. They have an event every year called Bell Let's Talk. So in 2012, they had an event for 2012, 2013. I forget which one. Anyway, it was to break the world record for the most text messages sent simultaneously. I just decided, what the hey, I'll sign up. Most of the people there were university students. So yeah. So basically, we had to send one text, say, send it now. The record we had to beat was over 600, and that was by a school in Utah. We blew them out the water with over 1,000.
Oh.
So for over a year, I've been, well, it's a group event, but I was actually looking to try to break the world record for the longest stand-up comedy show. Yeah, it was a project I'm working on, but then I realized I have too many projects going on right now. So that one's going to be on hold until at least COVID is over.
Yes. Well, that's amazing. You have quite a life, and I didn't get time to do it all justice because I booked the interview at the same time I do my regular weekly show for the military. So I want to set up a time where you come back and we go through things for a longer period of time than what you got, because I want to hear
Right.
more about your life. So as soon
All
as I
right.
get off here, I want you to send me 2 avails in the next 2 weeks that I can try to pick from, Gerry, because I want to hear more about you. You're very interesting to interview, and I want more of you on here.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys, go to GerryHodgesComedy.com. Did I get the name of the site right?
Yeah.
Thank God. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow on the show that you're producing, and I can't wait to do that again. You are awesome, and thanks for your patience with me, the little old lady.
No problem. Oh, and by the way, I got a show. I forgot to plug it. I should have plugged it at the beginning. My show's called No Line to Cross Comedy.
Yes.
Okay. No Line to Cross Comedy. Every Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We're always uncensored, online, and worldwide.
That's so great. And I'm on it tomorrow, and I'm going to be watching it even if I'm not on it. I'll support it, Gerry, because I adore you.
All right. You too.
So please send me 2 avails when we get off of here.
All right.
Thank you. Bye, Gerry. Love you.
Love you too.